Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, this is the inaugural show of Pop on Pop Culture with yours truly, the Bulldog Eric Deters, with the dog father, underboss Chuck Holbrook, in from Arizona. This is called the Pop Culture Show. That's a lot of pops.
Pop.
But Chuck, I used a big word that most of our audience will not understand as we were formatting this with our great producer, Josh Wentz. I love the word equidistant. We are equidistant from our logo.
That's
a big word. Now, I'm glad we're doing this show today because some of these topics are going to get old if we don't do it today. So we're going to start out. Now, this is the idea behind this show, folks. I like making fun of pop culture, all right? We're going to do this once a week. We'll plan on doing it every Friday. Well, we'll make fun of what's going on in pop culture because I don't want to waste the Eric Deters show talking about it. We throw some of it into sports. So that's the idea behind this show. And we're going to start out with Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, has broken up with his longtime girlfriend. And Chuck, she said some fighting words this week. She says, there's some issues that need to be resolved.
Well.
You know what?
Maybe he needs counsel from Tom Brady.
Yes. Tom Brady can maybe help. But you know what? She was a good-looking woman.
Yeah.
But Bill's moved on. All right, Jason and Kylie Kelce. Now, I bring this up because this is Kelce, because he played for the University of Cincinnati Bearcats. He's the center for the Eagles. Why in the hell, Chuck Holbrook, does he have to meet his wife on Tinder?
Wow.
He's got no skills.
That's weak.
He met her at Tinder.
That's weak.
Now, I got to ask you a question, Chuck. Have you met your wife on Tinder?
Negative.
Me neither. Now, if you meet your wife on Tinder, I would assume you're like, well, how long you been doing this Tinder thing? Because we know Tinder's all about just a hookup, right?
That's right.
By the way, I have never been on Tinder.
I've
Ever.
never been there.
None of these sites. All these politicians get busted being on Ashley Madison. I have never done any of that BS.
Never been on a
In fact, on a daily basis, and Chuck helps me with social media, can verify this. Isn't it true, Chuck? Every single day, I get some hot chick who sends me a message that says, hi, what's going on? Yeah. And we never respond. We send them to Ben Moran, who thinks they're real.
Beware of those.
Ben Moran thinks they're real. We send them to Ben. All right, Anna Brady, this hot Clemson cheerleader. It's amazing. I got to move my chair so you can see her. She, opening day college, they spot her, and then it goes viral, and she's famous. And this is going on week after week. If you're a hot chick, Chuck, you don't need to work anymore. That's how bad our society is.
Nope.
I mean, she's a cute cheerleader, but come on.
Yeah. Would you hear about Drea Mateo from The Sopranos?
No.
She's like, where have I been? Why haven't I gotten on this OnlyFans? She went on OnlyFans.
That's right. She started OnlyFans.
She's.
That was Chrissy's wife on Sopranos. She was Adrian. She got whacked in the end. Spoiler alert. All right. The Rolling Stones are making a new album, Chuck.
Are they?
They said after 20 years we got lazy. It's time for new music. The geriatrics are just keeping on going.
Oh, my God.
You know what? Everybody says the Beatles is the greatest band of all time. But you know what? The Stones have lasted. I tell you what, if I had to listen like to 10 top Beatles songs, 10 top Stone songs over and over again on a desert island, I would take the Stones. What would you take?
Stones. I would.
Start us up. All right, Zach Bryan got arrested out in Oklahoma. His song with Casey Musgrave, I Remember Everything, is number one, and he gets arrested in Oklahoma for mouthing off to the cops, but he's apologized. Have you listened to any Zach Bryan music?
I have not.
Check out, it's a motorcycle drive-by, and she's an Oklahoma smoke show. This guy's good. I say his music is good enough to let him off the hook of all traffic offenses in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma smoke show.
Sounds fair enough. All right, Karine and Suzanne broke up. I got to ask you a question, Chuck. Would we even consider hiring Karine to be a spokesperson for Drake Law or Bulldog Media or our kids' lemonade stand? Never. I mean, can you believe she is the freaking press secretary for the White House? My goodness, I like Suzanne. She's kind of cute.
She's just paid to lie every day.
But she's a dingbat. She gets the job because she's gay.
Dingbat liar.
All right. Do you know who was voted the best Ohio restaurant, Chuck? You can't make this. These next two stories are hysterical. But one relates to you because you're the one that introduced me to them. The best Ohio restaurant was voted as Biscuits and Bourbon, Boomtown. It's in Union, Kentucky.
So good.
It is good. But how? It's in Kentucky. Now, you ready for this? The best Ohio burger? Guess where it was?
Where?
Thelma and Louise's.
Oh.
In Covington. How come Ohio can't have the best from their own state?
That's funny.
Jeff Ruby went over to Thelma and Louise. Not the kind of Jeff Ruby kind of restaurant, but he went over there to check it out.
Yeah.
You introduced me and Larry to that thing.
Yeah.
They grill their hamburgers on a grill like a regular grill.
Yeah, just sliders.
Unbelievable. All right, Hugh Hefner, he's taken a wallop. You know, first that big documentary, now his ex. By the way, she's beautiful. She wrote a book telling all about you know what? Rather than be this like liberated, sexual, he's just a creepy weirdo.
Yeah.
Weird sicko, to be honest with you. All right, Al Pacino's like 96 years old. Go ahead.
One thing I want to tell you about Hugh Hefner. I lived next door to his doctor when I lived in California in a condo. And we lived in the same condo complex. And he used to always have Playboy bunnies. And I'd see him in the elevator. One time I got in the elevator and I'm like, oh my gosh.
You know what that was for? The Viagra. He swapped bunnies for Viagra.
Right.
Anyway, I think Pacino's like 80-something. She's 30-something. Only a 50-year gap. They have a kid. They break up. Guess what she wants? Child support.
Oh, boy.
Don't ever do it. Don't ever do it. All right, these two guys want to sell a bottle of bourbon for $1 million. Would you buy a bottle of bourbon for $1 million?
No, not if I had $100 million in the bank.
I wouldn't either. All right, Jimmy Fallon is under attack for being Don't you love these woke, liberal, late-night hosts like Ellen DeGeneres with daytime? But we find out they're all jackasses. They're all cruel, mean assholes. Jimmy Fallon, toxic atmosphere. What's wrong, Jimmy? Jimmy went woke, now let him go broke.
Yeah.
All right, Sophie Turner and Joe. I never saw why this was going to last anyway. I think she's a bitch. So remember, this is, we can say whatever we want. We're not FEC. I think she's a bitch. So anyway, Joe Jonas dumped her, caught her speaking on the Ring camera in their house, busted. In other words, outside the front door, she went out to have a private conversation, and he heard it.
There you go.
And here comes the divorce.
Nice.
And after 3 years, don't you love these famous people? They want all the fame. They want all the attention. And then when they get the divorce, he goes, please respect our privacy. No, we're not going to respect your privacy at all. But I'm Team Joe Jonas. All right, Leonardo, he trades them in when they're 20s. Leonardo is now hanging out with Vittoria Ceretti. She's like 18 years old. No, I'm lying. I think she's like 22. Leonardo's a weird dude, isn't he?
I mean,
He's a weird dude. He's a hell of a good actor, though.
Yeah.
Then we got Danny Masterson. All right, good old Danny from that 70s show.
Oh, my God.
Turn out. Now, think about this guy. He's got fame. He's got money. He started a vineyard. He's married to one of the Phillips girls from the famous music group. And he has to rape chicks. Nailed. 30 freaking years. And then the backlash, did you hear about this, Chuck? Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis wrote letters of, and they got leaked. Like, recommend, he's a good guy. Now they're like, oops, we didn't mean it. We didn't mean it.
Oh, man.
What kind of, you know what? Rape's bad enough, but you're famous and rich and you got to rape? I don't get it. Howard Stern is a wuss. Another woke little jerk. He's worried about COVID, and now he's worried about the next COVID strain, and it's affecting his marriage. Big old rich Howard Stern is a big wussy. What do you think about that, Chuck? You like Howard Stern?
No, I mean, he's great for what he was, but
Shock jock.
yeah, shock jock. But
I used to like him. I can't stand him. Bruce Springsteen has canceled concerts. By the way, we got tickets to the Columbus concert. It's been canceled twice now. He says it's due to peptic ulcers, but he's treating at the Mayo Clinic. I'm a little concerned that old Bruce might have something more serious than peptic ulcers. I'm reading between the lines.
Right.
You don't go to the Mayo Clinic for peptic ulcers.
Exactly.
Don't you agree with me? All right, Chris Evans, Captain America. He's another one. Married a girl. Looks like she's 16. I think she's at least 21. What is it? Her name is Alba Baptiste. What is with these guys marrying chicks that could be their daughters? No comment?
I mean, my wife's 9 years younger than
Well, that explains a little bit. Well, 9 years is acceptable.
Thank you.
You know, my wife's
9, you're fine. 10.
my wife's 8 months older than me. I married an older woman.
Yeah.
I married a cougar.
Yeah. But she looks
Nah, she's not a cougar.
she looks young.
Yeah, she does. Bobby Kennedy. Apparently, he's running for office, but JFK fathered a love child, and the love child supports Bobby Kennedy because he wants Bobby Kennedy to carry on the banner. I like Bobby Kennedy. You like Bobby Kennedy?
I do a lot.
All right. AC/DC's coming back for an Australian concert. They got Brian Johnson to sing. Who's the guitar player? Angus Young. Angus Young, and then they got people filling in on drums and bass.
Oh, okay.
I might fly over to Australia to see that. By the way, Jason Detheridge, the bimbo man, and I saw them at Cincinnati probably a decade ago, and it was a great concert. Derek Jeter had a couple little girls. His wife couldn't have another child, but they had a surrogate, and now he's got himself a boy. He said he didn't really want need to have a boy. I say, bullshit. He wanted a shortstop.
Oh, no doubt.
He wanted a shortstop.
Oh.
If you're Derek Jeter, you got to be losing your mind having girls. A guy got to have a boy. Like LeBron James. You don't think he wanted a boy?
Exactly.
Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Eric Deters. I got my boy, Parker. All right, Tampon Woman here. She left the tampon in a couple of weeks, and now she's suffering. That's the story right there. All right, little health tip for all you ladies. Take it out every day, whether you need to or not. Marc Anthony, J-Lo's once upon a time husband, gets a star on Hollywood. I'm not into Marc Anthony.
I don't understand.
I'm not into the pop
I don't
music.
understand how you got Jennifer Lopez. I don't understand how you got a star.
I heard they have to pay like $100,000 for their star or something.
Really?
Something like
Well,
that.
that's some good inside information. All right, anyway, they're going to have a golden bachelor now. So this old guy is going to date other old chicks and pick one out. Next thing they're going to have the Asian bachelor, the poor bachelor. How about the homeless bachelor? We could have the homeless bachelor.
That is good.
You know, we have the homeless bachelor. That would be entertaining. You know, if they had a homeless bachelor.
I like that.
You know, my God, geriatric bachelor. Oh, my. Hank Williams Jr.'s wife died a year ago, and he's now remarrying this chick. I'm not gonna judge anybody who gets remarried. I got accused of getting remarried too early myself. But the bottom line is, if you're happy being married, you like being married. So he's like 70 and she's 20. I'm exaggerating the age. Are you ready for this? Ready for this, Josh Wentz? Her name is Brandy. She's gonna walk down the aisle. She walked down the aisle to Brandy. You're such a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Or was it country music? I don't know. All right, Matthew McConaughey. All right. You ready for this?
Yeah.
He says that when him and his brother would go out on dates, and the dates would come over to his house, which I think is pretty freaking weird. That's when you know you're a stud. The girls come to your house to pick you up. He says that they would come over early, and him and his brother were trying to figure out why their dates would come to their house early. His dad would give foot rubs to their dates before they went out.
Okay.
That's a little freaking weird. So you ready for this? He was on The View this week. Joy Behar put up her foot, and he gave Joy Behar a foot rub. Without gloves on. I think he should have put latex gloves on myself. Oliver Anthony, you know, the men north of Richmond, all right? He had a concert scheduled for Cotton Eye Joe's in Nashville. They were selling the tickets for like $90. He canceled it and said, for my concerts, it's only going to be $20 or $30. This guy is like a unicorn.
Yes, he is. Hey, you know, and our good friends, the Larry Flint connection, Dustin Flint
Yeah.
and Chase Flint, are going down to Moorhead, Kentucky to see Oliver Anthony this weekend.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Go Oliver Anthony. Swift, Taylor Swift. Remember Kelce was trying to get her his phone number and kept failing. Now they're not dating, but they're apparently hanging out. You know what Taylor Swift does? I guarantee you Taylor Swift tells Kelce, listen, I will go out with you, but if you say one freaking word to the press, it's over and I sing a freaking song about you.
Oh,
There's going to be a Kelce song soon.
there's a serious contract in there.
There's got to be. By the way, if I was famous like that, I would have everybody sign a goddamn contract. All right. This teacher, fourth grade teacher, was fooling around with a 12-year-old.
Oh, God.
And she got arrested at her front door. You'll see the picture of her husband. He's at the door like, what? You did what? She's being arrested for what?
My goodness. That's terrible.
Where's that? It is sick. It was in, I don't know what state it was. It was not in Kentucky. Yellowstone. When is Yellowstone going to come back? Do you watch Yellowstone?
Watched it all.
Me too.
Yep.
They got it all
ready for more.
They got it all screwed up, though. Gosh dang. Matthew McConaughey is going to do a spinoff on Yellowstone. All right, Savannah Chrisley, the daughter of the Chrisleys who are now in jail, is apparently dating Robert Shiver, the former Auburn football player whose wife went to Bahamas to hire somebody to kill him. You know what these people do? They get together and say, hey, if we combine, our TikTok would go really way up.
Right. Yeah. Probably.
She's pretty. Mm-hmm. He looks like a nice guy. Oktoberfest is this weekend in Cincinnati. Are you going to go?
I don't know. Maybe.
Not me. I hate crowds.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck, is there any pop culture that we did not discuss that you have on your mind that's important for you to share with the public? I think we have sufficiently made fun of pop culture.
I think we have to. Pop, pop, pop.
Thank you for being my co-host, Josh Wentz. Thank you for being the producer.
Yep,
we'll see if this goes anywhere or not. We don't give a damn if it doesn't. This is the bull. There's power in not caring. This is the Bulldog with his sidekick Chuck Holbrook, co-host of Pop Culture.